Hey YouTube, this is zooLert Official, and today we have another Bakugan review for you guys. So right here, I have the Mechtanium Surge. This is the new Bakugan series, and this is a booster pack, as you guys like to call it, or the Baku Trinity booster pack, which says on the box itself. So right here I have two different booster packs, and the one right here in my hand is just an unopened pack. And later on, this will be in a different video, I'll probably do an unboxing for you guys, a couple of these, booster packs so you guys can see what's in the pack and all that good stuff. So here, you have the box. The back of the box is just introducing a bunch of new stuff, warnings and all of that usual typical stuff. And then in the front, you have, of course, the two open Bakugan, the Bakugan that you know that you're going to get 100% sure. And what I really like about these sets is that you get that one extra Bakugan that's closed, you don't know what it is, you're curious, and if it happens to look really cool and you purchase it, you just want to open it up. So it gives you that feeling of, I don't know what it is, I want to get home, I want to open it, and it just is really exciting to open up some of these boxes. So that's the unopened box. And right here, what's included within the set is, of course, you have your 3 Bakugan. You have metal gate cards and the ability cards, 3 of each. So after you get all of your usual stuff that you find in there, you get a really nice rule book. The rule book is, that little extra thing they just throw in the box. But most other toy companies as well have rule books and stuff like that for you guys to, read to understand how to play the game and the basic rules to battle and all that good stuff you need to know for Bakugan. So that's that. And let's not keep you guys waiting, and we'll move right on to the first booster pack set. So here I have my first pack, and like I said, it's already opened, so I'm just going to introduce you the cards, and of course the Bakugan themselves. So first, the ability cards. The ability cards are probably one of the coolest things about, of course, Bakugan, or for card purposes. They just, increase your ability, and it's really fun throwing them out, and of course, rigging your opponent's strategy, because these ability cards are in your favor, or in other cases against your opponent. So first we have the Quick Glare card. Right here we don't have any Pyrus, Aquos, Darkus, or the Ventress abilities. They're all blank, they just have the symbols on them. You do have Subterra plus 50, and you have Chaos plus 90, and the ability card reads, play during a battle, add G power based on attribute. So depending on what Bakugans you have, this would help increase your Bakugan's G power. In this case, I only have this one Subterra Bakugan, which I'll show to you guys in a couple of minutes. That's one. Here we have the bonus shot. The bonus shot doesn't have any of the attributes to add on to, but it has a really nice ability at the bottom. It says play before you roll, flip a coin on heads, and place your Bakugan on any empty gate card. And then instead of rolling on tails, you want to re-roll once. So that's really nice, you have that ability. And finally, we have the opposed. Again, no attributes adding to your G power, and the ability card reads, play at the start of your turn, make a Subterra and a Ventress Baku Mutant from your unused pile, and then place it on an empty gate card, and you will still get to roll a Bakugan this turn. Again, very nice ability, gives you the upper hand in that battle. Next one, we have the gate cards. The gate cards are, of course, really hard. If you guys know Bakugan, they have metal so that the Bakugan's magnet will pop onto the gate card. And here we have a front burner card. there are no abilities in the boxes, and it does have the different attributes. For Pyrus, you have 150, Aquos 100, Subterra 60, and then Chaos you have 0, and then for Darkus, I believe you have 10, and then Ventress you have 50. Next card, we have the Mutant Talon, and this one is really cool because, like your original gate card, you have the attribute, which is 0 Pyrus, 70 Aquos, 100 Subterra, 110 Chaos, 200 Darkus, and then 150 Ventress. But the thing about this card is that you have an ability. The ability states, Mutant Talon gets plus 50 G power for each different attribute their owner is using. Again, just a very nice upper hand. Now this card is like a twist to your average Bakugan type cards. Before we get into the ability, we have the attributes again. Pyrus 50, Aquos 100, Subterra 0. We have the Chaos 150, Chaos 150 again, and then Ventress 200. And this is the Grain of Sand card, which will give you, or the Bakugan with the lowest G power, total wins this battle. So if you know you have a very weak Bakugan within your hand, you can attempt to roll it onto this gate card, and if your opponent falls for it, well then they're going to lose that turn. And hopefully their Bakugan is higher than yours. So that was our first set. Now we're going to be moving on to our second booster pack. So before we get onto the second booster pack's cards, I just want to let you guys know these Bakugans are from the first booster pack. I'm just leaving them here to decorate, really. And I know, guys, I said that I'd be talking about all of the stuff, and yes, I will be getting into all of the Bakugans, but I want to talk more specifically about them later. So I'm just going to take the Bakugan separately and put them into a different section within the video. I just wanted to show you guys all the cards within the sets first. So, second booster pack cards, we're going to move to the gate cards first. Here we have the Wings of Speed. The Wings of Speed, again, like your average gate card, has all of the attributes on the side. 110 Pyrus, 0 Aquos, 100 Subterra, 50 Chaos, 20 Darkus, and 150 Ventress. And the ability, which is really long on the bottom, reads, the winner of this battle may choose to move a gate card from their enemy's unused pile to their own used pile. If this is done, put this card into a loser's unused pile after the battle. So again, very nice ability, gives you the upper hand in battle. And here we have the Ku-Null card, and I'm just going to read to you the attributes. 50 for both Aquos and Pyrus, 180 for Subterra, 100 for Chaos, and 50 for both Ventress and Darkus. And this ability reads, Mechtanium with gold and or silver Baku nanos may not be played. So it gives your Bakugan the upper hand in case your opponent has gear like that. And then here we have that other card that you guys saw in the first booster pack, right here. Yes, sometimes this is a booster pack, you don't know what you're going to get, so you could end up with the same cards. So we already went through this, just going to show you the picture. It's nice, you know, to have that extra card to boost up some of your Bakugan. So next we have our ability cards. We have the Shield Spike. And the Shield Spike only has 120 for Aquos and 100 for Subterra. All the other attributes are blanked out. The attribute reads, play during a battle, add G power based on attribute. The Bakugan with the highest G power total wins this battle. You know, that's a usual type of card. Helps your Bakugan, of course, gain G power as well. And then here we have Predictable Sync. And pretty much Predictable Sync is kind of like reads, play before you roll a Darkest or Ventress Baku Actic. You may re-roll if you miss. If you stand, you may re-spin. So this one doesn't have any attributes adding to your Bakugan, but nice ability to have. And then here we have Splash. Like the other card, there were no attributes, but you do have an ability. Reads, play before you roll, move all Baku mutants, and then halves with your used pile to your unused pile. For each Aquos half moved this way, your Darkest gets plus 100 Gs in battle this turn. So this will truly help your Darkest Bakugan if you guys specifically have those. So now that you guys seen all the cards, I know it's a little bit of a wait, so let's move right on to the Bakugan themselves. So right now I'm going to open up all the Bakugan for you guys to see, and then close them, of course, and then give you my opinion on each Bakugan. So right here I have the gate card. I just randomly picked a gate card to set out for you guys. And first we'll be moving on to the first booster pack. And this pack had the Infinity Helus. Right here we have Infinity Helus. Pops open very nicely. And of course Bakugan does a very nice job on keeping the popping up very, very nice and at the same time simple. So unlike most of your average Bakugan, Helus, like you just saw, I'm going to have to move a couple of stuff. That's usual. You most likely find this in a regular Bakugan. But the thing is, on the very top of the Bakugan itself, there you'll notice the Pyro symbol, but around the Pyro symbol there will be the G powers. And on Infinity Helus, there are actually different G powers. So right now, I'll be reading them to you. There's 900 Gs, 900 Gs, 750, 800, 850, and 850. So pretty much, if you look at the Pyro symbol, notice how it's actually changing directions. So pretty much, the wheel at the very top of Infinity Helus is rotating. So anytime you throw this Bakugan down, there's a chance that you can get really highs or low G powers, but on this Bakugan itself, they're pretty much all high. So it's really cool how Bakugan added this feature. I love it. It just adds to the fun of the gameplay. And of course, Bakugan always does a nice job on detail. I don't know how they do it, but I love it. So here, that is Infinity Helus. And how you close him is you'll start off with his feet. You're going to push them in and push them up. Now, the weird thing about this Bakugan is the only way I could find to close it is after you push in the head into the body, you have to slightly close the arms, push in the back of the tail, and you have to close it all at once, which is going to take a little bit of getting used to because of the fact that sometimes it won't work. You might accidentally push the arm in too far. So it's a little difficult at first, but you'll probably get used to it. It only took me a couple of tries. So now, moving on to Tailene. Tailene is your average Bakugan. Very nice detail. You have the legs, of course, right here. And you'd find G power right at the side of Tailene. And it reads 770 Gs. So that is very high. Very nice. Again, detail, amazing. Don't know how they do it, but I really am in favor of the detail on each Bakugan. So how you close it, push in the legs, push down the head, close the arms, and then push the body down. Take this back piece right here, and you can just push it down. Very simple, like your average Bakugan. Now, moving on to my favorite Bakugan within the set. This was the Bakugan that was closed, and you didn't know what it was. Once you pop it open, it is Mercury Dragonoid. Now, this thing is extremely cool. The only thing I don't like about it is the front horn. You just have to put some effort into actually getting it out. Then your back horns, you can just pop open. They are one hinge, so moving one back will move the other one back as well. Very simple. Now, the thing is, you can pop open the legs at the very bottom. But the unique twist on this Bakugan is there's a button at the very back that you can push down and you can lift up this entire half. Now, this half right here reads 770 Gs. That's already a lot. But if you flip it to the inside, you'll notice that there's a 200 Gs to my right and 150 Gs to my left. So it pretty much just adds to your G power and makes this Bakugan 10 times stronger. It's really cool how Bakugan added that as well. So pretty much you could change in different heads with different G powers. And of course, you just, to put back the head, you push down the button, push your Mercury Dragonoid down, wait for that click, and then let go of the button. And once you've done that, you can just test to see if it's not loose or going to fall out. And pretty much the last feature on this Dragonoid is you can pop up the wings right like so. Very simple, and it doesn't take too much time. So to close up the Bakugan, you just close up the horns, close the feet, and then what you want to do first is you want to take these wings, push them down, then once you've done that, make sure that they're flat up against the Bakugan, push down the head, and you can push down the sides. Very simple to put together. Now moving on to the second pack. The second pack, right here, it contained, of course, another Mercury Dragonoid, which is the very first one. So I'm not going to go through the details. I'm just going to read to you the G powers. So this one reads 580. And once you move the head, there's 180 to my right, 140 to my left. And the Mercury Dragonoid right here is a Chaos, unlike the Aquos one that I just showed you. So it did come in the booster pack. It's nice because I looked through most of the booster packs and I found that there are a lot of the Mercury Dragonoids, so there's a good chance you're going to get it. It's a really good thing because it's a very, very nice Bakugan. So right here, we have the Titanium Dragonoid. This Dragonoid is really cool as well. It's not as unique in my opinion. It's, you know, usual. You have your horns, very nice wing detail, and of course, extremely high G power. So it's nice. It has that detail that Dragonoid should have, and once you set everything out, it looks, of course, very nice. And of course, it is Pyrus and reads 900 Gs. So to put it back together, you push in the feet, which are a little tight, which is good. Then you push in the horns, you collapse the wings into the head, like your usual Dragonoid, and you push the tail at the very back. Once you've done that, you just click your Bakugan together, and once it stays in place, you're good to go. Finally, the last Bakugan within this booster pack, which is Infinity Twister. Infinity Twister is really cool because once you've popped open the legs on Infinity Twister, which can actually be extended to different lengths to your liking, you'll notice that it actually has a wheel at the very middle of the Bakugan, and anytime you move the head, gears inside the Bakugan spin the wheel so that the numbers on this Bakugan change. So, for instance, the G power. This one reads 700, there's 800, 850, and 1,000 Gs. That's a lot. So the lowest G power goes to is 650, and the highest is 1,000. So I'm not saying that all the Infinity Twisters are going to have 1,000. They could have more or less, but in this case, I got a really high G-powered Infinity Twister, which is really, really cool. Now to put this back together, very simple. Close the legs. Now, Infinity Twister has hands, so you're going to want to push in the hands, close the hands together. You want to push in the face of Infinity Twister, push it down, and then close its ears. Once you've got that, it's closed and tight, and you're good to go. So that's all the Bakugan within both the first and second set, and now I'm just going to be moving on to my opinions. So I'm not going to take too long on this conclusion. Sorry about the video. I just wanted to go through all the detail. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm just going to wrap it up. So right now, I have my first set right here, my second set right here, if you guys wanted to know. The ability cards on the back, and my opinions on both sets is they're extremely fun to open. Knowing that you have two Bakugans that are really, really cool within the set already, you have that extra Bakugan on top that you're curious to know what it is. You want to open it up, and it's fun to pop open your Bakugan because you don't know what it is. So it's always fun to do that. And of course, you know, going through each booster pack, you don't know the G powers of each Bakugan, so opening that up too is really fun. And I was really lucky in this case, getting a lot of Bakugans with extremely high G powers. So overall, I would say that these sets are very nice, and in my opinion, I've always been a fan of Bakugan. When they first came out with those really small ones, the really old ones, if you guys know, the Series 1, I fell in love with them. They were amazing. I got a couple of those sets, and then even now, Bakugan has really improved with detail, and they've really tried making each Bakugan unique and different. And they, in my opinion, have succeeded because each Bakugan is really cool, even if they're just that plain average Bakugan. They still have the detail and the fun of the older Bakugans, but in newer form. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please rate, subscribe, comment, and thank you for watching.